What's up, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? I'm here with the people from Fell Harvest. So, we are at the studio. Tell me a little bit more about it, guys. What album is this?
So this is our first time in this particular studio. Alex, what's the name of your studio?
Not Too Productions.
Not Two Productions.
Yeah. Right
with,
there on the wall.
Nice.
So
Nice.
here.
With Alex. I forget how to pronounce your last name, man. Sorry. So yeah, we are doing a single for our upcoming album. The album does not have a title yet. We have just kind of started it, but we wanted to get something out there into the world. And the single is going to be, of no surprise to anyone who's seen us in the past 2 years live, our cover of "Touch of Evil" by Judas Priest.
Sick. Very sick. Very sick. Now, I see a lot of bands, they go through several lineup changes before they actually settle on the group of homies that they want to stick with and make it a permanent thing. Have you guys had any lineup changes in the past to get to where you're at today?
Yes, absolutely. This is, I think, the technically third lineup for this band. I started the precursor of this band in 2014 with a couple guys from Denver. That version broke up, and then I reformed it in 2017 after finding Liam.
Yep.
We had another drummer shortly thereafter. That was when we changed the name of the band to Fell Harvest.
Okay.
So we had a different name. First, we were called Thorns of Acanthus. But as Fell Harvest, Liam and our former drummer were together for a couple of years. And then after the pandemic, we had a bunch of logistical scheduling issues. I had moved up north. All kinds of things was just making it really tough to continue with the original drummer. So we added Mike into the fold in, 21?
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
21, first gig in 22. So yeah, this version of the lineup has been together for almost 2 full years now.
Okay. So, in your opinion, what do you think was the deciding moment for you guys as a band to go from just hanging out, jamming in your garage to, hey, we want to take this seriously, start, writing our own personal music, creating merch, that kind of thing? Or was there a time that you...
No, this band has always been pretty serious for me. I took a long hiatus from music personally to work on my career in my 20s and 30s. So when I came back to it as an older guy, I really didn't want to fuck around anymore. It was always an original band. It was always about writing music, and trying to play in as many places as possible. And a big part of why Mike and Liam work is they were kind of in exactly the same page. Ironically, when I found them both on Craigslist,
Nice.
they were both kind of looking for something, I think, a little more informal. Like, I know Mike was only looking for like a cover band to play metal, but when he listed his influences, I reached out and asked, like, hey, would you be interested in doing original music? Here's our YouTube page, because at that point we had 2 albums out, or one album and an EP. And he was like very excited about the idea of actually doing originals and stuff. And so they pretty much same deal with Liam.
Same.
So finding people who actually wanted to be creative focused, original focused, and as serious an act as we can be was really important.
Great. And so, do you guys have plans to tour to support the upcoming release, or
We're
any
hoping
shows
to,
going
yeah.
on with that, or?
We did quite a lot of live stuff in the Rocky Mountain region this past summer. Everyone came forth really well. Mike booked a bunch of shows. Liam booked a bunch of shows. So we had a really busy summer, but I really would like to get out regionally. Touring possibly into like Utah or maybe back east would be great. We're talking through our label with some booking agencies, as well as I do have a booking manager that I'm in contact with who works mostly the Midwest. So hopefully we can have a tour in the summertime of next year after the album comes out.
Great. Is there any bands that you would like to see yourselves possibly share the stage with or open for?
There's a ton. Let's see, like just of bands like right around here. I love Oak Ash and Thorn. They've been doing great work. They're on Season the Mist now. Would always love to tour or play with them. Chemists are like one of our favorite bands. Spreading a little further field, Velnius from Boulder. We've played with them once. I would love to get back on stage with them. Little further afield, Purification from, I think they're Seattle or Portland?
Yeah, somewhere in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah, they're an absolutely killer band. Really cool traditional doom. Crypt Sermon, I've been listening to the hell out of them recently. So yeah, any of those, if you watch the interview, we would love to get on stage with you.
Hell yeah. And so, as a band, what do you think has been your biggest challenges that you've had to overcome to, I don't know, make yourself feel comfortable with where you're at today?
Yeah, I mean, the lineup thing was a big one. Having people in the band who just can't commit enough time to be able to learn material, to be able to do performances is a big problem. We've kind of got that one addressed now. The next biggest one is, just getting enough people to hear you to break through. There are so many great bands in the world, and everyone only has that much time that they can listen to. Being able to get in front of somebody who is going to like you is really challenging. We're trying to work now with Metal Devastation PR to try to get more of the word out
Excellent.
about us and maybe expand our scope a little bit. I don't know. What about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, the hardest part, I think, was probably right around the pandemic where kind of everything slowed down for us. Like, we had an album in the can, kind of were struggling to practice and rehearse and stuff, and it felt like for like a year, it's just kind of like,
Yeah.
what are we doing? Like you and I getting together and just kind of playing through songs and being like, okay, cool, and that being it was like pretty disheartening, but
We finished our first EP in March of 2020.
Oh, that was like the
was
worst
hard.
possible time.
It's a great time to do it.
that was dark. But
Did you guys get to play out during the pandemic at all,
No,
or
we
was
didn't
it just
play
come
out
to a
for-
complete halt?
Our next live gig was January 2022 when Mike joined.
yeah,
Okay, wow, nice.
but it took that long, I think, to kind of get back in the flow. Was when Mike was in the band. It's like, okay, we have like a direction forward, and everything kind of cleared up from there.
Yeah, although it was nice for me because all that had already been cleared up, so it was kind of the perfect spot for me because it was already local, already a style that I was capable of. So it just kind of a seamless transition.
No, it worked. It did work out for the best, but it was kind of rough getting there.
Hard times.
Excellent. So you mentioned your PR team has helped you out and has some plans to help you. Is there anyone else that you would like to maybe recognize that has kind of given you a little push or extra moral support that you needed as like the band?
Yeah, we've had a lot of people behind us. DI Records, our record label, has been really, really helpful. They're quite easy to work with. We're trying to get some more stuff done with them, mainly out more on the East Coast. They're based out of Pittsburgh, so a lot of their connections and stuff are a little bit out in that region. Our manager, Sharon, was really, really helpful in a number of things in booking and organizing stuff. Kyle Lamar, the videographer from Digital Mile, he's shot 3 videos for us so far. Touch of Evil will hopefully be the 4th. When it's ready to come out, and yeah, he is absolutely kick-ass to work with and did some incredibly good work. And then we have a number of other just like friends and supporters. Eric, my friends TJ and Sarah, my partner Shania. I'm sure these guys thank Abby and Deanna as well.
Yeah,
Yeah, and a lot of family.
Yeah.
a lot of family.
Yeah, Darcy's a big help.
Yep.
Other bands too. I mean, all the guys in As We Rise, obviously, and guys from Anti Saint. They were kind of a big help.
Yeah, we got to play with
That was
Anti Saint opening a really awesome benefit show at the Lincoln Theater. They were really cool to work with. Another band I'd love to get on stage with again.
Okay. What about any companies? Do you guys work with any like string, cymbals, guitar manufacturers, anything like that currently? Or
Yeah, we don't have any official endorsements yet. I have gear from Sadowski, New York City, which is phenomenal. I love that bass. That's going to be all over this record. I'm a big fan of Darkglass amplifiers. That's my main live rig is a Darkglass Alpha Omega. Mike, you are...
Yeah, I work with Sinton cymbals quite a bit, and they've been great. It's some of the best cymbals I've ever heard. And,
Yep.
pretty picky on my gear anyway, so
Yeah.
I play either Yamaha or Tama. Got quite an extensive collection of both, but
I was checking out the designs on those cymbals earlier. I really like the dragon. That's very
Yeah,
badass.
yeah, those get a lot of compliments, and yeah, they sound very good too. So it's been fun working with that company too.
And Liam is a Jackson fanboy.
All Jackson at this point, yeah, and we're just starting with the synergy amplification stuff.
Yep, that's been
to
a
try
really
out on
cool
the
toy.
single, and that's super cool.
Yeah, the live rig has been a Synergy Sin 2
Okay.
into an Axe FX for most of this year now.
Yeah.
And it's been great. We've got some really cool modules, and that's going to be all over this record as well.
Cool. So, and you said primarily dark glass for the bass tone. What about the guitar tone? What amp or preamp are you going to be using?
It's a Synergy Sin 2, which is a modular preamp. You basically can just plug in these little sections that have various tone circuits, and we use the Angle Savage on the rhythm, and then the Steve Vai signature green alien looking thing for both the lead solo tone and the clean tone.
Nasty, nasty. Well, I'm sure everybody is going to be very excited to hear what's coming out from you guys coming up soon. So this is the single, and then is there going to be like a full length on the way shortly afterwards, or?
I think so. Yeah, there's a full length in the works right now. I think we've got about 7 originals that are done or very close there too, and then this cover would bring it up to 8, and then I've got 2 more songs that are like kind of half baked and might make it on, might not.
Cool. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to drop everybody's links and everything in the description. Make sure you check out the new upcoming single. Have a great day.